A selection of the best photos from across Africa and of Africans elsewhere in the world this week. Image copyright AFP. Ivory Coast's brightest students were invited to the presidential palace in the commercial capital, Abidjan, including this girl pictured at the vice president's desk on Friday. She was among 51 school pupils to be honored for achieving top grades in their end-of-year exams. Image copyright EPA. In the Tunisian capital, Tunis, these women pose for the camera wearing traditional veils known as sefsari during National Women's Day celebrations on Sunday. Image copyright EPA. The Egyptian Ministry of Antiquities released new photographs on Tuesday of recent discoveries, including this sarcophagus found in the Minya Governorate close to the River Nile. Archaeologists believe the tombs date back to some point between the 27th Egyptian dynasty and the Greco-Roman era. Image copyright Reuters. The Botswana 4x400 meters men's relay team meet with a moment of panic when they drop the baton at the World Athletics Championships heats in London on Saturday. The blunder left them in 7th place, costing them a place in the final. Image copyright EPA. On Friday, supporters of Kenya's governing Jubilee Party already began celebrations in anticipation of victory for incumbent President Uhuru Kenyatta. He won with a 54% share of the vote against his rival Raila Odinga's 45%. Image copyright AFP. 2 days later, Raila Odinga, who has not accepted defeat, takes to the streets of the Mathare slum in the capital, Nairobi, which is an opposition stronghold. He would later announce that he would be challenging the election result in court. Image copyright Roderick McLeod. BBC. The widow of murdered Kenyan election official Chris Msando is seen attending a requiem mass on Thursday in her husband's memory, with the youngest son by her side. An investigation is underway into the death of Mr. Msando, who was in charge of Kenya's computerized voting system and was killed just days before the general election. Image copyright Reuters. Protesters take selfies in London on Monday to call attention to detained Egyptian photojournalist Mahmoud Abu Zaid. He has been held by the authorities since 2013 for taking photographs during a military crackdown, and campaigners fear he may face the death penalty. Image copyright Reuters. Ganiyu Olyanlola is a tailor working in Lagos Ikeja district. He is pictured at work on a customer's garment on Saturday. Image copyright Reuters. Gabriella Engels, who has accused Zimbabwe's First Lady Grace Mugabe of assaulting her, appears before the media on Thursday. She is being represented by one of South Africa's highest-profile layouts, Jerry Nell. Image copyright Reuters. Mass burials begin on the outskirts of Sierra Leone's capital, Freetown, on Thursday for the 400 people known to have died in a mudslide and flooding. An estimated 600 people are still missing since it happened on Monday, and some 3,000 people are homeless in what is being described as a humanitarian emergency. Image copyright Reuters. This grieving mother who lost her son in the disaster waits outside the University Hospital in Freetown the day before to identify his body. Image copyright AFP. A child looks at UN peacekeepers during a visit of the UN High Commissioner for Refugees to the Al-Nimr camp in Sudan, which is home to more than 5,000 South Sudanese refugees. Most of those fleeing violence in the country travel to Uganda, which has so far welcomed 1 million refugees from South Sudan. Images courtesy of AFP, EPA, Getty Images and Reuters.